Hello again, MDEX Music here. Let's take a look at another 5-minute practice routine for jazz piano beginners. In our last video, we worked on 2 5s in minor, but 2 5s in major are actually the most basic chord pairs that you need to know first. So today, let's work on these essential voicings for a 2-5-1 that every jazz piano player should know. Okay, before you start, make sure you have a circle of fifths in front of you, at least the first time that you practice these voicings anyways. Now, if you look at the circle, any 3 consecutive notes are going to be the roots of a 2-5-1. D minor 7 to G7 to C major 7 is a 2-5-1. G minor 7 to C7 to F major 7 is also a 2-5-1. And C minor 7 to F7 to B flat major 7 is yet again another 2-5-1. You get the idea. Now, after you've chosen the 3 chords that you're going to practice, draw a diagonal across from the next chord in the circle. For example, if I choose D, G, C, then your 2-5-1 is going to be D minor 7 to G7 to C major 7. So now I draw a line from F to B, and these are going to be all of the notes from your current key. Play the major scale to make sure that you have the right notes. If you choose B flat, E flat, and A flat, your 2-5-1 is going to be B flat minor 7 to E flat 7 to A flat major 7. And the line goes from D flat to G. So these are going to be all the notes from A flat major 7. Actually, you can put A flat at the top of the circle if you want. That's how I usually do it. So the 1 chord will always be at 12 o'clock. The 5 chord will always be at 1 o'clock, and the 2 is always at 2. And the notes from my current major scale are always these notes right here. If you do this, you'll never miss the notes that you'll be using in your voicings, because your voicings are only going to be made out of notes from the current key's major scale. Now, build the minor 7 chord to the 9th by stacking 4 thirds and only using notes from the current key. So for D minor 7, we're going to stack 4 thirds or skips in your current major scale: D, F, A, C, and E. This is going to extend the D minor 7 to a D minor 7, 9. And for B flat minor 7, we have B flat, D flat, F, A flat, and C. Okay, now let's drop the root of the minor 7 chord. So instead of playing the D on my right hand, I'm going to play it on my left hand. And on my right hand, I'll have F, A, C, and E. This is your D minor 7 rootless voicing. Practice playing it with the right hand and the root on the left, or just with your left hand without the root. Get used to the way that this chord sounds. And now to get your 5-7 chord, just lower the second note a half step. So F, A, C, E turns into F, A, B, E. And we can add the root G on the left hand. This voicing is great because it gives you the flat 7th, the 9th, the 3rd, and the 13th of your dominant chord. All great chord tones and tensions for a dominant chord that's in a jazz context. So D minor 7 to G7 sounds like this. And D flat, F, A, C turns into D flat, F, G, and C. So now let's add the 1 chord. From the 5-7 voicing, we're going to move down every note except the one that we just moved. This is going to be your C major 7 chord, and this is the same exact shape that we started with on the 2 chord, 3 thirds stacked on top of one another. For B flat minor 7 to E flat 7 to A flat major 7, we play this. And the best way to practice this is to go around the circle of fifths like this. See, I'm turning my last major 7 chord into my new minor 7 chord. So C major 7 turns into C minor 7. And then I play F7 to B flat major 7, which turns into B flat minor 7 to E flat 7 to A flat major 7, and so on. Notice that when you do this, you only get 6 keys: C, B flat, A flat, G flat, E, and finally D major. To get the other 6 keys, you can start here. And here's a great variation of this exercise for those of you that want to practice just a little bit more. Play the minor 7 voicing, and then play the inversion that has the flat 7 at the bottom. So our D minor 7 voicing is currently F, A, C, E. Notice at the bottom note, F is the 3rd of the chord. Now play the inversion with the C at the bottom. C is our flat 7. And now play the 2-5-1 using the same voice leading movements that we talked about earlier. So D minor 7 is C, E, F, and A. C moves down to B, and you get the voicing for G7. And now the B will stay fixed, and the rest of the notes will move down 1 note using the notes from C major. By the way, in our rootless voicings course, we explore these same exact voicings from a more advanced perspective that uses a chord tone substitution approach, which is more oriented to intermediate players. So check it out on mdex.com. This is a great course with workouts in all keys, backing tracks, and more involved progressions using just rootless voicings in all the different inversions. And as always, all of our members will receive a PDF with today's lesson and the PDF links to this video for future reference. You can join right here on YouTube, or if you don't want to become a member just yet, that's fine. Remember that you can get the PDF for any of our videos on mdex.com. Link in the description down below. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time.